Okay, up number 1, ladies and gentlemen, out of Albemarle, North Carolina. He'll be driving the Sawmill Express. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Stan Shelton. Wait, they're supposed to be over here. Stan, step out, bud. Sawmill Express, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Up number 2, out of Litchfield, Kentucky. And ladies and gentlemen, I've been on the tour a lot. This guy's one good guy to be around. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you from Litchfield, Kentucky, driving the Kodiak, Mr. David Richardson. And out of Glasgow, Kentucky, one of our winners here last year, returning with the varmint. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Keith Long.
From Dunkirk, Maryland, driving the Party Time, and Robert Bransom is the driver. From Weldon, Illinois, driving the Willys Dirt Slinger, Bill Leischner. And from Farley, Iowa, driving Simon Says, Roger Simon.
And one of the best looking trucks this weekend here at Louisville, the National Farm Machinery Show. Out of Medicine Hat, Alberta, Canada, ladies and gentlemen, here's Adrian Hunter. Out of Warsaw, Kentucky, another one of those Sullivans, ladies and gentlemen, making his first appearance at Louisville. Here's Paul Sullivan driving the Kentuckian. And out of Camden, North Carolina, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about this guy for just 1 minute. He generally drives the truck known as the Thoroughbred. He recently sold it to a gentleman in New York, and now he's going to be a monster truck driver. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Randy Brown.
From Huntingtown, Maryland, driving the Youngblood II, Steve Wilson. From right here in the home state of Kentucky, Midway, Kentucky, driving the Utterly Smooth, Daryl Varner. From Shelbyville, Indiana, driving the Wicked Willie, and the driver is Doug Theobald.
And been pulling for many, many years here at Louisville, Kentucky, driving the Stitches also out of Louisville, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jimmy Lyons. Out of Altamont, Illinois, driving the Midnight Revenger, here's Jared Nelson. And rounding out this outstanding class out of Circleville, Ohio, driving his Missouri Raider, here's Richard McPherson, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give the 6,200-pound two-wheel drive super modified truck drivers a nice round of applause.
Next, we'll move along to the 8,200-pound super stock tractors. And to lead things off, from Hamilton, Ohio, driving the Smoke and Thunder, Tom Foley. From Windham, Minnesota, driving the Bucksnort 4, and the driver is Wayne Mueller. From Keystone, Indiana, driving the Iron Horse, Jeff Preibel.
Out of Valmere, Illinois, driving the Hyperactive Tractor, here's Bob Schilling, ladies and gentlemen. From Sydney, Illinois, he's driving that John Deere known as Bragging Rights. Here's Jeff Justice. Always in the stands, but never a competitor here. Out of Eileen, New York, driving the 20 Mule team, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tom Dickerson.
From Dorr, Michigan, driving the Radical Red, Jim Shandorf. From Greensburg, Pennsylvania, driving the Recycled Red, Mark Bradish. And from Ashland, Ohio, driving Bambi, Dwayne Keener.
Out of Varysburg, New York, driving the special, ladies and gentlemen, here's Hans Boxler. Out of Dupo, Illinois, driving the Alice Chalmers 8050, here's Gene Hofstetter. And out of Midland, Ohio, driving Never Enough, here's Brian Stroud.
The remainder of the class looks this way. From Knott, Texas, driving the Red Horse, Steve Blagrave. From Farnhamville, Iowa, driving Magnum Force, Dennis Goodwin. And from Petersburg, Indiana, driving the Rooster Cruiser, Kent Payne.
Let's give our 8,200-pound super stock diesel tractor drivers a nice round of applause. How about it, ladies and gentlemen? And now we draw our attention to the newest class here at Louisville, Kentucky, the 8,000-pound super stock alcohol tractors. Up number 1, ladies and gentlemen, out of Almont, Michigan, driving Mining for Dollars, here's Ken Miesel. Out of Sydney, Illinois, he'll be driving White Lightning tonight, here's Jeff Justice. And from Laholm, Sweden, driving the Popper, one of the top ones here last year, here's Tom Patterson.
From Macon, Missouri, driving the Show Me Showdown, Dave Marino. And from Rantoul, Illinois, driving the Constant Aggravation, Mark Clifton. And from Fairbury, Nebraska, driving Shag Nasty, Dennis Johnson.
Out of Cadott, Wisconsin, driving the Savage, here's Dave Sonnentag. Out of 84, Pennsylvania, ladies and gentlemen, driving that Silver Bullet, here's Jordan Lustig. Out of Oblong, Illinois, he'll be driving the Squealer, here's Darrell Meese. And rounding out this class, out of Dorr, Michigan, driving the Wild Thing, here's Arnie Kwiatkowski. Ladies and gentlemen, that's our 8,000-pound Superstock Alcohol Tractor class. Let's give them a nice round of applause.
Our thanks going out to Wayne Supply Company along with John Deere Tractors, providing us with the tractor equipment here tonight in Freedom Hall to keep that track in extra good condition here tonight.
Here, up number 1, Stan Shelton, Albemarle, North Carolina. He's going to be our test puller. He has the right to turn this pull down if he doesn't want to take it. Let's watch Mr. Shelton go to work. Stan Shelton and the Sawmill Express out of North Carolina. And here we go. Once again, use those fingers. 2,000 horsepower, supercharged engines coming your way. All right, Ford people, let him know you appreciate him. Out of Litchfield, Kentucky, on the line here, Mr. David Richardson. We are still unofficial. We'll wait to see what happens after this hook. $225.09. 225.09 for David Richardson. So a long family tradition, ladies and gentlemen, truck and tractor pulling, kind of like the Sullivans, although the Sullivans have been around probably just about a little bit longer. And right there for the varmint, ladies and gentlemen. Good pull for Keith Long out of Glasgow, Kentucky. $22.15. 222.15. 222.15. Ladies and gentlemen, on the starting line, Robert Bransom out of Dunkirk, Maryland, driving the machine known as Party Time as they come to the line right now. The Party Time two-wheel drive on the line here tonight. Out of the great state of Maryland as he rolls on in here. Pretty impressive list of pulls that he's made throughout the year here. First at Crownsville, Radford, Fisherville. Here we go. All right, here we go now on the line with Bill Leishner out of Welland, Illinois, driving the Willys Dirt Slinger, a former winner here at Louisville, Kentucky, with Mr. Dan Walsh driving the machine. So here he comes on the line, Bill Leishner. And he goes into the number 2 spot, 226.93. 226.93. He goes in the number 2 spots. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Bill Leishner a nice round of applause, our new number 2 man here tonight. 7 for Robert Bransom, 221.97 was the pull. Well, ladies and gentlemen, one of the toughest pullers in the country going right now. Out of Farley, Iowa, ladies and gentlemen, the Sapico Chevy S10 of Mr. Roger Simon. And Simon says, this man, you never can tell about him. He'll unload on you all the time. And let's see what happens here now as he comes to the starting line. Roger Simon from Farley, Iowa. 230 feet will be a full pull. 230 feet will be the full pull here in the class. On deck, Adrian Hunter. In the hole, Paul Sullivan. Here we go with a man from Farley, Iowa. Roger Simon. This guy owns 3 two-wheel drives. He'll have the Simon Says Dodge here tomorrow night. Also, he owns the Dan Walsh, former Ford of Dan Walsh, but Dan Walsh drives for him the Irish Challenger, and he'll be back here tomorrow night. Simon Says Chevrolet. 226.85. 226.85 puts him in the number 3 spot at 226.85, and we will take the top 4 in the class tonight to Saturday night final. The top 4 will move to Saturday night. On deck, Adrian Hunter now out of Medicine Hat, Alberta, Canada. He's up next along with a Ford here. Then Paul Sullivan out of Warsaw, Kentucky with the Kentuckian. And Randy Brown out of Camden, North Carolina with the Thoroughbred. Those are the next coming your way. He was 7th here last year. Adrian Hunter was 7th last year. Coming all the way from Medicine Hat, Alberta, Canada. And he finished 7th as he comes to the line right now. The Ford looking good. One of the best appearing trucks here, ladies and gentlemen. .98, 213.98, 213.98 for Adrian Hunter. Medicine Hat, Alberta, Canada. Up next will be the Kentuckian. Young blood coming out here, just graduated from high school last year. Young Paul Sullivan at the wheel of the Kentuckian. Let's see what he does now as he comes to the line. .38, 222.38, 222 and 38 for Paul Sullivan out of Warsaw, Kentucky. Right up there where they're building that new Kentucky Speedway, ladies and gentlemen. One time in your life. Let's see what Randy Brown does now as he comes to the line with the Thoroughbred. Here we go with the Thoroughbred. 221.97. 221.97. 221 and 97. .99, 222 and 99. Let's give you their leader, Stan Shelton, a full pull. The Sawmill Express, he is your leader. Second place currently, Bill Leishner, 226.93. In third place, Roger Simon, 226.85. And in the fourth spot, and on the bubble currently, is David Richardson. And our utterly smooth utter cream machine, the Varner Brothers, out of Midway, Kentucky. 220.39, 220.39, 220.39. Well, the new and improved Wicked Willie, ladies and gentlemen. The new and improved out of Shelbyville, Indiana, Mr. Doug Theobald. A brand new fiberglass body. They got rid of the steel body and went strictly to fiberglass. So on the line, this is going to be the first hook for this truck, and we're really glad to see these guys. The new and improved Wicked Willies, ladies and gentlemen, the Theobalds. Let's watch them go to work here now on the starting line. Todd, Keith, and Doug, the Theobald family, here with us tonight, and we're glad they're here. Let's go, guys. Put the Willies in the sand pile. Sponsored by Grammar Industries, Competition Dynamics, Central Soya. A lot of good sponsors those guys got, I'll tell you. The fiberglass body, and looking good. They'll get all their act together. They know what they need to do now, so they'll be back. Well, here we come with Jimmy Lyons, ladies and gentlemen, now with Stitches, the GMC machine out of Louisville, Kentucky. They'll be up next. So pulling for many years, ladies and gentlemen, here's Jim Lyons. Former drag racer, ladies and gentlemen, still drag races. When I first started announcing, ladies and gentlemen, he was driving a 6-cylinder Nova running H-modified. I used to do a lot of drag races for many, many years. Jim, always tough with a stick. got involved in pulling. Here we go. Whoa. Man, just quit on him. Jimmy took a little bit of a rough ride. Just kind of quit on him right there, ladies and gentlemen. The engine just went down to nothing, and then it came back up. We don't know if he had some fuel problems or what, but how about it, folks? Let's give Jim Lyons a nice round of applause. How about it? That truck will pull a lot better than that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you. Tough luck for Jimmy Lyons here tonight. Out of Louisville, Kentucky. Jim, 0.89, 138.89. Need a member of Doug Downs' crew to come to the announcer stand. Up next is Jared Nelson, ladies and gentlemen, out of Allemont, Illinois, coming your way here in the Midnight Revenge C-Cab on the starting line. $225.79, 225.79. That bumps David Richardson. Hold on. 225.75. Okay, 225.75. And that bumps David Richardson out of the program for Saturday night. And Jared Nelson is on the bubble with one more to go. That means Simon Says is in, Sawmill is in, and the Dirt Slinger is in at this time. So on the bubble is the Midnight Revenger right there. Key ready to go and do a burnout. This guy's been pulling for years, runs Oldsmobiles. Likes those old engines on these babies as he comes to the line right now. His son will be out pulling tomorrow night with his Chevy S10. .96, 219.96, 219 and 96 for Richard McPherson. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for the winner's circle, and Frank is going to go ahead and give us a rundown on the top 10 here, Frank Scott, as we get ready to go to our trophy presenters. Frank?
Okay, Butch, we'll give you a rundown of the top 10 in this class. Finishing up at 10th, Randy Brown, 221.97. Robert Bransom finishing up in 9th. Keith Long finishing 8th. 7th position, it was Paul Sullivan finishing up at 6th. Steve Wilson finishing in the number 5 spot. David Richardson. And finishing 4th, Jared Nelson. We'll meet the top 3 finishers down along the track side here in just a few more moments.
All right, Stan Shelton, first man, first hook, right to the sand pile, and you never look back.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's an awful good night to be the first hook, Butch. That was pretty much every truck out here is tremendously tough, and we were fortunate to have that first hook tonight. It was a real tight track when we ran, and we were fortunate enough to have that hook. Track went away after we ran. We've got sense enough to do that and understand that, but I'll take it any way I can get it.
Man, I tell you, I'm surprised you came back here like we tried to burn you up last year.
Well, last year we were the first hook too, and it was a good idea to change the sled last year, and we tried to come back a little quicker and just about blew the motor up. So we're tickled to death. I want to thank Seneca for their support and also the Fair Board for letting us come.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, his second year here at Louisville. Let's give him a nice round of applause. He's your winner tonight, Mr. Stan Shelton. Out of Albemarle, North Carolina, ladies and gentlemen. He is the man. And presenting our trophies, representing the Kentucky State Fair Board, Mr. Bill Toll, and representing Zeneca Ag Products, Mr. Bob Hendrickson. It always seems to me that at this tractor pull and many other tractor pulls, there's always a Leishner in the winner's circle.
We like to win, Butch. We try awful hard. It takes a lot of help.
And you guys got it tonight, didn't you?
Oh, we've had a lot of help all week. Tonight, we've worked really hard.
You guys are really dodging some bullets there for a while, weren't you?
Oh, it's a tough class. We're just real lucky. I mean, everybody works hard. That's why we're all here. And just hope the fans enjoyed it. And we really want to thank Zeneca for sponsoring this.
Would you not agree with me this is one of the toughest classes you've ever seen in Louisville as far as the two-wheel drives this year?
Yeah, all classes, and especially the two-wheel drive. I want to thank Tristler, too, my sponsor.
All right, that's glad. Ladies and gentlemen, another gracious winner. Guy pulls all over the country year-round. Let's give him a nice round of applause. How about it, folks? Bill Leishner out of Weldon, Illinois. Congratulations on an outstanding pull. And once again, Mr. William Toll, Bill Toll, our representing Kentucky State Fair Board, and Mr. Bob Hendrickson, Zeneca Ag Products. Roger Simon, one of the first trips to Louisville. Congratulations. Way to start it off.
Yeah, it was the first time I ever came here. Everybody said it was a tough track, and it was pretty tough. I just wish I would have went one more gear, but when you finish up in the top three here, it's like winning. And I thank Seneca and my sponsor, Sapico, and with that oil, we're turning RPMs, and that's what it takes, and we've been on a hot season for 2 years, so we thank all you fans for coming, and I hope we do a better job tomorrow night with the other one.
And you're going to have the big bad Dodge out tomorrow night and the Ford also.
Yeah, and they're probably worse, a lot tougher than this one, so I hope Toughness will win because we'll be up there, we hope.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very gracious competitor. His first trip to Louisville, he goes to the winner's circle. Let's give him a nice round of applause. How about it, ladies and gentlemen? Mr. Stan Shelton. Mr. Roger Simon here from Farley, Iowa. Ladies and gentlemen, we congratulate him. Once again, congratulations there, Roger. And Roger, ladies and gentlemen, will have his Dodge back here tomorrow night. It's known as Simon Says. And he also now owns the Irish Challenger, the Ford. Dan Walsh's old Ford. And Dan is his kind of hard shoe that'll be driving it tomorrow night. So it should be a good pull as we bring about. Once again, Stan Shelton, the winner. Bill Leishner, second. And Simon Says himself, Roger Simon, the number 3 man here tonight.